un honor contar con la presencia de todas y de todos ustedes en este recinto, el Pabellón Internacional Margarita Michelena, del Poliforum Carlos Martínez Balmori, sede de la 35ª edición de la Feria Universitaria del Libro, que tiene como eje temático el agua para la vida, y tiene como invitado de honor al país de Hungría. La Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo, en el cumplimiento de una de sus funciones sustantivas, es la extensión cultural. Abre sus puertas a toda la sociedad al encuentro con la literatura en el festival cultural más importante de nuestro estado, a donde las letras no se las lleva el viento. Damos la bienvenida a la doctora Shrimati Das, directora del Centro Cultural de la India. De igual manera, le damos la bienvenida al maestro Ricardo Pérez, asistente de la directora del Centro Cultural de la India. Damos la más cordial bienvenida a todos los invitados que nos acompañan. Gracias. Para dar inicio a este evento, la plática que nos compete el día de hoy, Empoderamiento de los jóvenes, Desarrollo de capacidades, del doctor Guru Prasad. También nos acompaña el maestro José Luis Antón de la Concha, de quien me voy a permitir leer una pequeña semblanza. Él estudió su licenciatura en la Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México como cirujano dentista, realizó la especialidad en ortodoncia, realizó un diplomado en desarrollo de proyectos financieros por el Instituto Tecnológico de Estudios de Monterrey, fue secretario académico en la Escuela de Odontología, además de ser docente en La Salle, México, y docente en la Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo. Además, ha sido consejero técnico, consejero universitario y además ha participado en la elaboración de proyectos de titulación. Ha sido miembro de la Comisión de Modificación Curricular y actualmente se desempeña como coordinador de vinculación e internalización de la Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo, por lo que le cedo la palabra. Gracias, licenciado.
Muchísimas gracias. Creo que todo eso me da permiso a presentar a un gran visitante el día de hoy, que es el doctor Guru Prasad. Yo quisiera, además de darles a todos las buenas tardes y que sean todas y todos bienvenidos a esta presentación del Pabellón Internacional Margarita Michelena en esta 35 edición de la Feria Universitaria del Libro, esta feria de todos, donde las palabras no se las lleva el viento y si se las lleva nos agarramos con ellas y nos vamos con ellas. Muchas gracias por estar aquí el día de hoy. Yo soy José Luis Antón, tal como lo escucharon, y la universidad me ha dado este privilegio de esta encomienda interesantísima de presentar a un escritor internacional que podemos encontrar en cualquier número de plataformas editoriales con muchísimos títulos interesantísimos. Quiero decirle que sus títulos son como historia del país de origen del Gurú Prasad, los bandidos más buscados, casos de estudio de la policía de la India, en la sombra de la muerte, estudios sobre algunos convictos condenados a muerte en la India y muchos más de interés para un país que como México pues vive una gran crisis de inseguridad. Yo creo que es un buen lugar para preguntarnos si hemos hecho lo suficiente por nuestros jóvenes y por la prevención del delito. ¿Y qué más podemos hacer? Así es que la presencia del doctor Guru Prasad se hace importantísima en esta 35 versión de la Feria Universitaria del Libro. El doctor es licenciado en Ciencias y maestro en Literatura Inglesa por la Universidad de Caltech. Se unió al Servicio de Policía de la India en 1976. Es superintendente de policía de los distritos de Bindar, Gulbarga y Kondagu. Además, fue comisionado de policía en Hubi, Dharwad. Dirigió el Departamento de Inteligencia de Estado y el Departamento de Información de Estado y trabajó como director general del Departamento de Investigación Criminal en Caltech. También es director general, termina siendo el director general de Home Guards, Fire Force and Civil Defense en 2011. Ha escrito cantidad de libros sobre el sistema policial indio y además aquellas relaciones que tiene con los diarios de viaje inglés y también en idioma Kannada. También es columnista del Deccan Herald, un diario inglés. Resulta muy interesante escuchar qué posicionamientos tiene sobre el pensar del delito, la ley, la persecución y el castigo, pero también sobre la prevención del delito. ¿Cómo ayudar de su propia visión de vida? Será muy interesante escucharlo. No quiero dejar de darle al excelentísimo embajador de la India, asimismo al embajador Pajat Sharma y a la doctora Siri Mati Das, que es directora del Centro de Cultura de la India, Gurudev Tagore, la vinculación que el día de hoy gocen con la presentación del doctor Guru Prasad, con la conferencia de Empoderamiento de los jóvenes y Desarrollo de capacidades. Con ustedes, sin más preámbulo, el doctor Guru Prasad. Okay.
Buenas tardes. Namaskar.
Buenas tardes.
I am very happy to be in the premises of this very famous university and be a part of 35th FUL, the International Book Fair. I am very grateful to the university officials, the rector of this university, the teaching staff, the International Relations Department, the Government of India, Embassy of India in Mexico, and the Gurudev Tagore International Center to give me this opportunity to come all the way from Bangalore. I am from Bangalore, which is 15,000 kilometers from here. and it took me 24 hours by air to come all the way to Mexico. And here I am. I hope I will make my talk worthwhile. Today I am talking about youth. All of you are youth, most of you, of course, and some of you are in mind youth, like me. I don't consider myself an old man. I am as young as you are. So, but still, I want to explain what is the meaning of youth. The United Nations has given an age definition for youth. The youth have to be between the ages of 15 and 24 years. Next one. Today, before I came here, I met a young girl and I asked her her age. She said 15 years. I said, you are my audience for this talk. And I hope she is here listening to me. Youth is the period between the childhood and adulthood. It's a very, very important phase of our life. It is very important. Youth is an age in which a person will become mentally mature. And this is the period we produce a lot because we are most creative when we are young. So all of you who are here are very, very creative. And more than anything else, for a nation like Mexico or India, you are the most important resource. You are the salt of the nation. Without you, there is no nation. You are the most important person. And what is empowerment? Most of you, when you are very young, you do not really know what to do. Some of you want to be doctors, like our friend here. Some of you want to be engineers. Some of you want to be scientists. Some of you want to do computer. Some of you want to do something else. You don't know what to do. So we have to empower you. Your parents, your friends, your government, your university must empower you how to achieve your goal. How exactly you can reach what you want to do. So empowerment means giving you power to do what you want to do. One more definition of youth empowerment is that we have to involve youth in the control of their life. Because you are young people, you don't want to listen to advice by other people. You don't want to ask for somebody's advice. There are your parents, there are your teachers, there are others. But you want to be on your own. You want to take control of your life. By empowerment, you not only impact your own life, but you impact other people's life. So by empowerment, we give you authority to do something that you want to do. So this is the side. Youth empowerment is involving young people in decision making. After my retirement from police, for 7 years I was in a university. 7 years doing international relations. During those 7 years, we wanted to involve our students in the decision-making process. What are the courses that you want to have in your university? What are the new subjects that you want to learn? This is what you wanted to do, and that is called empowerment. Now, what exactly is empowerment? Why should we do empowerment? Why should we do? Why should we empower you? Is because if you are sitting idle at home, your mind will be thinking of so many other things. It will not be productive. That is why there is an English proverb, idle mind is devil's workshop. If people do not have any empowerment, if they do not have any education, if they do not have any skills, you will not know what to do. You will drift away. Your country will lose lot of potential. So we don't want you to drift away. We want to empower you. And this is the reason we want to. I'm now today talking about youth empowerment. Now, what are the problems faced by youth? You see the slide. Number one, they have poverty. Many countries, underdeveloped countries, developing countries, poverty is the first problem youth face because they do not have, when you do not have food to eat, you do not think of anything else. So, poverty is the first problem faced by youth. Second is lack of education. Only very few of you can come to the university like this. There are hundreds of people who cannot go to university. There are hundreds of people after the studying 6th class or 7th class, they have to work. They have to go to the farmland and do agriculture, go to another place and work. So, poverty, lack of education, and lack of skills. If you are not trained to do something, you don't know what to do. Even to sweep a floor, clean a washroom, you must have some skill. Every job involves skill. But there are no opportunities. If you do not have any skill, where do you get opportunities? What do you do with your life? So to get opportunity, you have to learn something. You have to get skills. To get skill, that by getting skill, you will not be idle. I will give you one example. Year 2000, year 2000, 23 years ago, there was a computer crash. People did not know. Y2K, they said. During Y2K, nobody knew how the computers will behave in the year 2000. 1999, they knew what to do. 2000, they did not know. So, in America, United States of America, they did not know what to do. At that time, we in India, we knew what to do because Indian boys and girls like you, they had skills in information technology. So what happened? People came all the way from India to Silicon Valley of America. They came to Los Angeles, they came to San Francisco, they came to New York, they came to Chicago. They came and started working there, helping the Americans to set up the computers. Why? Indians had skills at that time. Subsequently, other countries also started learning. So later on, I will talk about computer skill. Because of computer skill, now it was people from India who knew how to do programming. And that is the reason why they had the skill. People from my country had the skill. So they got lot of opportunities. Thousands and thousands of people came from India to America. And even now they are in America. Millions of Indians are in United States of America because they have the skill. So that is the reason why empowerment is very important. I told you unemployment leads you to a lot of problems. You see, this is the scene from Bangalore, from where I come. You see the youth, they are not having anything. They are indulging in violence. You see the first photo is of a bus. They are throwing stones at the bus. The second photo is people protesting. The third photo is also like that. 2 days back, I wanted to come to your university for the book fair inauguration. I could not come because people are protesting, roads were closed. All roads were closed. The function had to be organized after 1 hour or 2 hour delay. And who were the people closing the roads? Like that. That is the reason why we have to empower them. If you empower these people with skills, with knowledge, then there will be no such problem. Now, youth in India, thinking that Indians, youth, because India has large number of youth, millions and millions and millions of young people are in India. We are not able to find jobs for anybody. Therefore, the government of India has started a new policy called Policy for Youth in India. It is called National Youth Policy. What are the items in National Youth Policy? I told you earlier, education. Education is number one. Number two, entrepreneurship. If you don't have education, you start your own work. In your country, Mexico, when I am coming by road, on that day when the road was stopped, your people are so enterprising. Mexicans are so enterprising. When the car was stopping, long stoppage of cars, people were bringing Coca-Cola, lemonade and selling. So that was the way one finds how to make money, how to find better time. That is called entrepreneurship, to make the best use of the opportunities. 3, employment. A country has to give employment to every citizen. Every able-bodied citizen should have employment. So our policy is every young person in India, when he is able to take up employment, he must take up employment. And 4th, skill development. Skill development. Right? Next. The most important enabler, how all of, now I am coming all the way from India to this place because I have got education. I have been able to talk to you because I have got education. If we did not have education, I could not have come here. So that is the most important factor. So what we are doing is remote corners, like your country. India is also big country, very big country. But we need to make people in large places to get access to education. So access to education is number one. Number two, what we did was, your country must have done, there is no difference between science and arts, between curricular subjects, extracurricular. Somebody is interested in sports, somebody is interested in computer, do both. No separate. A medical student in India can study literature. Medical student can study history. So they are merging science and arts. Third, up to 12th standard, till a person is 18-year-old, all education is free, libre. You don't have to pay money to be educated. And supposing 4 people cannot go to school, we take teacher to their house. The teachers will go to a village, sit under a tree and teach. Because we want 18 up to 18-year-old people to be educated. Then some people, what happens is, they go to school, but they have got so much of poverty, they cannot afford to go. So what we are now doing is, if somebody drops out of school, get them back to school. And then some people are socially, economically disadvantaged people. For them, we give special attention. The next, skill development. Skill development, I have already said, you can read the slide. Promote entrepreneurship of culture, encourage entrepreneurs as a viable career option. Third, support to entrepreneurs. You want to open a restaurant, but you don't have money. So government supports you by giving you money to establish a restaurant. You want to have a dance school, but you don't know how to do. So we give them all assistance, teaching how to open a school, how to get a dance teacher. That is what we do. And we allow you to do innovation, new things. What are the new things? And make you people understand newer things and stand on your own legs, not dependent on government, not dependent on your parents, not dependent on anybody. This is what our government has done. We have got a National Skill Development Corporation. Hundreds of programs are there. You can sit in your house and study whatever you want to study, and you will be empowered to do that. We will give you technical training program. We will give you various skills. Now, skills in technology, as I told you about computer, year 2000. Because of technology is advancing, we are not as advancing as technology. Therefore, we have to empower you to get newer and newer things. The demand-supply gap. You know, in America, the demand for technical people is very high. Supply is less. Therefore, if you are having any problem with your computer, if you telephone 1800, who will answer? Man from India will answer. A girl from India will answer. From there, India, they help you set up your computer. Because there is a gap in America, that gap of technical talent is there. Therefore, we have to now give more and more emphasis for technical talent. That is the advantage. India has got the 3. See, number 3, India has got the advantage for that. Number 4, next one. Now today, some of you, you're all young girls and boys who are here, you have heard of artificial intelligence. We in India think that artificial intelligence is the way forward. You have to have artificial intelligence because everything is happening. Drones are there, robots are there, everything, even cars are without drivers. All these things work on artificial intelligence. In India, we have got a new policy called AI for all. Everybody can learn artificial intelligence because we know that artificial intelligence will be the knowledge of future. That is the reason why we are giving this skill to our people. Then we have a skill called Swam. We are allowing young people to go on a computer. Through your cell phone, you can learn any new thing you want to do. That Swam means independent, not dependent on anybody. You take your cell phone, go to internet, learn whatever you want. I have now written so many, very little, this side you can see annual refreshing program for teaching. People can learn to become teachers, they can become architecture, engineers, health sciences, arts, law. You can do all the courses only through computer without going to university, without going to college. You sit at home, go to your computer, learn all these courses. This is how we empower you. Now next, this is what is most important for you. Because I know your country is very fond of football, soccer, isn't it? Yes? Yeah. So we encourage young people to empower young people. We have to empower them to become sports, interested in sports. I saw here only your big auditorium, huge auditorium I saw. You have got basketball. Your team, basketball team is very good, I heard. Your basketball team is very good team. So your university is allowing you to become Michael Jordan. You all have heard Michael Jordan. You will become like Michael Jordan. So sports is very, very important for youth empowerment. In India, last 10 years, we have been able to achieve a lot in sports because at your age, at the age of 12, 13, we selected people, identified people. We have got sports schools to teach basketball, to teach football, to teach hockey, to teach archery, to teach everything. That is what we empower you through sports. So we have got a sports control board. And lastly, community service. Community service means you think about your community, help your community. I am certain your country, Mexico, will be doing lot of work in helping the community fight lot of their problems. It focuses on community engagement through the youth can have what are the problems my society faces, what are the problems my community faces, and you can do that service. We have a national service scheme. Now this is another new scheme, Agnipath. You all have heard of Israel. In Israel, everybody has to compulsorily join the defense service. At the age of 18, you join defense service. In India, we have got a new scheme in which any person after the age of 18, for 4 years we give him job in defense services, army, navy, air force. 4 years he can be there, and when he comes back, we will give him money to set up his own business, and we will also give them a chance to join the defense forces if he wants. Next, we allow people to next one. We allow people to do startup. Startup is you yourself do that. You know, you have heard of Ola cabs. Ola cab is a startup. So somebody gets an idea that I will do this, I will have an Ola cab, and Ola cab came. Similarly, young people have got so many ideas. You can have your own idea. Government will give you money to do your own startup. And once you start earning, you give back the money and you become rich. In India, a lot of young people have become rich by doing. So, next one. So these are, I will go next. Next one. Now this is what our professor was talking about. My favorite subject, police and youth empowerment. Now, I know that if you are idle people, you will be thinking more of crime. You can become victims of crime. You can yourself take up crime. Like India, Mexico is also having a problem of crime. So we have to fight a crime by involving youth in various socially productive activities. So we are doing, you know, as a police officer myself, I did a lot of work for empowerment of youth. Number one is helping. Are there competitive exams to join the civil services in Mexico? Are there, you know, can people write examination and become top officers? Yeah. So we help them to prepare for the examination. We help them teaching skills, placement of students, giving appointments, and making them forensic scientists, etc. When once a young person takes up to crime, we will not allow him to become progress forward. We will take care of that person and help him come back to society. Most of you may be hearing of cybercrime. In India, a lot of people become cybercrime victims. People have lost money in computer crime. So we help people to fight and know something about cybercrime. And many people who are victims, we try and help and support the victims of crime. I will not go further because I would like you to ask me questions if there are any questions, so that I will come back to you. I do not know whether I was able to cover the entire thing in the time given to me, but I hope you have understood why youth empowerment is very important for the nation and how you, because this youth empowerment is for you, it is not for government. If you want to change your life, you can change. You are the author of your destiny. It is you, everything in you, but you have to make one step forward. If you go one step forward, government will hold hand and take you. With these words, I thank you and everybody for having given me this opportunity to speak to you. I have been writing books. That is the reason why I am today in book fair. I have written 70 books, 71 on how to prevent crime, how to become better citizens. So that is the reason why I have come all the way here. So my books are there, but they are in local language. But English, those who know English, my books are available in Kindle. Kindle you can download, and my books are in Kindle, wherein you can see there are case studies for police, empowering the police how to become better police officers. I thank you for the opportunity Thank you. Namaskar.
Demos un gran aplauso al doctor Gurú Prasad. Felicidades. Bien, vamos a dar la posibilidad de 2 o 3 preguntas de acuerdo al tiempo que tengamos. Si fueran tan amables de levantar su mano para hacer alguna pregunta. Veo que Mauricio levantó la mano y si no la levanta, de todas maneras.
Por allá hay una pregunta también. Por allá.
Adelante.
Una sola pregunta. If you had a chance to govern our country, what would you like to change about Mexico?
Mexico is a very beautiful country, more like our country in India. There is nothing much to change, but what I personally feel is that the young people should be more empowered to do entrepreneurship, because they are very good in entrepreneurship. As I said, people selling even at the traffic intersections, people sell. So selling is in your blood. You have to do that better, and food is there in your this one. There can be lot of opportunities. You can do IT. I think in information technology, artificial intelligence, there is need to be more focus. If there is more focus, then there will be more progress for the country. Thank you.
Gracias.
Dr. Prasad, thank you so much for your lecture. It was a pleasure for me to be here. And I couldn't help to think about inclusion, since I'm in charge of inclusion here in the university. I couldn't help to think about this topic. Like you said in the very beginning of your lecture, youth is one of the most important things for our nation and our society. But from your perspective, Doctor, what can we do about those students who feel excluded? I'm referring to students with disabilities, students, indigenous students, for example. What can we do to cover their needs, to make them feel included here in the university, and to make them know that they can reach, that they can use this university as a vehicle for their formation? What can we do about that? Thank you.
So you have given answer in your own question. You know, all universities have to be inclusive. Now, I met your international director who said, to know more about other cultures, you have an international wing, people from other countries coming. Similarly, you mentioned about students with disabilities, students who will not have any access to learning. For that, the university can have its own free website wherein students can log in and learn, or the government of India has done, allow students to on their own without coming to university, because a person with disability cannot come. So he can sit at home and take a degree. We have got in India what is known as a concept of open university. In the open university, even if you do not have a pre-qualification, you can appear. Teachers will come to a particular center where all of you can come and learn. They need not come all the way to the university headquarters. They can be there very near their home. University will come there and teach them and make them graduates. That is how, I really do not know what is the current situation in Mexican universities, whether they have this open university concept. In the open university concept, there is an inclusivity. Everyone, poor people, socially disadvantaged, physically disadvantaged, any person can come and have access to learning. The university and government of India has made every university 10% reservation. 10% of the seats have to be given to socially, physically disadvantaged people. Have I answered your question? Thank you.
Muchas gracias, doctor Guru Prasad. Ya no tenemos más tiempo para hacer preguntas, pero no quiero dejar de reconocer esta banda que porta el doctor. Tiene dos mensajes para nosotros. El primero es que es un ciudadano de Bangalore y la segunda es que solo lo usan en ceremonias solemnes e importantes. Así que yo creo que lo que menos podemos hacer nosotros es devolverle un gran aplauso al doctor Guru Prasad por su intervención en esta 35 versión. Y también a la doctora Das, muchísimas gracias por esta vinculación con el doctor Guru Prasad. Muchas gracias.
Bien, pues agradecemos la participación, la presencia del licenciado José Luis Antón de la Concha. De igual manera le agradecemos la participación al doctor Guru Prasad por el tema Empoderamiento de los jóvenes, Desarrollo de capacidades, y también a los funcionarios que participaron en esta sesión. Les agradecemos mucho. Agradecemos la presencia de todas y de todos ustedes. Les recordamos que pueden pasar a los diferentes stands a revisar, a ver la gran variedad de libros, de títulos que se encuentran aquí. Aprovechen esta oportunidad. También los invitamos a participar activamente en las actividades que les ofrece la Feria Universitaria del Libro. También los invitamos a que nos sigan en las redes sociales, Feria Universitaria del Libro y Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo. Muchas gracias.